in our generation, no one never taught us how to manage money. We didn't even know how money was, we didn't even understand the concept of money.
And he goes, man, it sucks. You're going to have to give 30% to the government. And I said, what are you talking about?
Exactly.
The government is my money. I made this money.
Thank you. And I felt like my instincts told me, okay, this is the highest it's gonna get musically. Let me exit now and use this money to start my investments in Africa.
Yeah.
You know, because I was always thinking
reinvest.
Africa. I was always thinking in reinvestment. The worst part about the music industry is that you watch, what scared me was I was watching a lot of people that I looked up to, like hurting. And I'm like, bro, like how do you make $200 million and you're broke? Like, how is that possible?
What is the answer to that question, by the way? Because I've always been curious about that. I found people that make a lot of money quick, especially in the celebrity industry,
Right.
also lose it just as quickly. How does that happen?
Most of the time it's because they all trying to, like, they're trying to, okay, put it this way. If you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, you're never gonna be able to survive. It's not sustainable.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like in music specifically, they have this theory you have to look like money to make money. When that's completely false. You're already a star. You don't have to look like shit. You just have to be who you are. But the problem is, everybody has this idea of, okay, if you don't look like money, you're not making money, right?
Yeah.
So you spend your money on all these cars and jewelry and houses for MTV Cribs and kind of play this facade that you're successful. I think the idea of success is fortune in actuality, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is, if you don't understand what success really is, which is freedom in my eyes, right? I think
That's 100%.
that's just me. Everybody's different what they believe success is, but freedom covers every sector. Long as you're free to do what you want, when you want to do, and how you want to do it. And that's spiritually, financially, whatever. To me, that's success. Because when you can't do that, you're not successful. You're still working for the man, or working to become, or working to survive, or working to thrive.
As Kanye would say, new slaves. You know what I'm saying? Like in
You're
reality.
still a slave to the system in that case,
facts.
right? So the moment you free from all that, to me, that's success. That's when you become successful. Even when you're free enough to dress like a bum and still be praised as a king.
That's my goal.
Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler is the
yeah.
epitome of that.
Yeah.
That man does not dress for any event, for any occasion. He just wears what he wants. And that freedom you're talking about, and you're asking about, a lot of people gave up trying to look a certain way or feel a certain way. And it's actually, as you know, contradictory to how you learned to grow up, because you didn't want to be flashy. Quiet money was the only way to live.
Listen, you want to stay rich? Stay stingy. Listen, this is the advice I give everybody. Okay, the money that you have now has to last you a lifetime. The moment you think about it,
happening.
the moment you think about it that way, you're gonna be super, like, the way you manage everything is gonna be different.
That's such a good.
Even if I only had $100,000 in my account, I look at it like, okay, this has to last me for the lifetime.
That's a great advice.
Smart.
That's great.
The moment you think about it like that, you never gonna be broke, ever.
Why didn't you tell MC Hammer that shit, bro?
Now,
Honestly.
ooh. But you gotta think, in our generation, no one never taught us how to manage money. We didn't even know how money was, we didn't even understand the concept of money.
That conversation is just now being had.
Yeah,
I
it's
think,
just
for the
like,
first time.
financial
Tell 'em about
literacy is
taxes.
just happening now.
Dude.
Oh, taxes, like, prime
Here's
example,
the
right?
funniest story.
No, this shit is crazy. Like crazy. Like, I used to always compartmentalize every check. Like, I already knew that if money comes in, I already put 30% away. I know for sure I'm gonna write.
30?
No,
Where were you living?
exactly. I would put 30%.
53, bro, in
No,
LA.
I put 30% away, right? But
Yeah.
even later, I realized that wasn't enough.
Right.
That was later. I found out. Before I got a business manager, accountant, and all that shit. They said, yeah, it's 30. You're 35%. Whatever. I said, well, I'm gonna put 30 away.
But it's close. It's close. A lot of people, and this is another answer of how people end up going broke.
Right.
They start spending on cars. They start spending on houses.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, 2-3 years go by, and somebody comes up to him and goes, "Hey, did you happen to have a team that looked at your tax implications for the past 3 years?
Right.
You owe $14 million,
They're like,
and you
how
have
is that
$800,000 in your
your
bank account.
right.
So you now have to give everything
Thing
up."
over. Yeah,
Well, the conversation isn't had until you're an adult. Dude, I was 18 years old. I was doing Vine, short form comedy online. I got paid my first $2,000 for doing a brand deal. I was stoked. I'm an 18-year-old that just made $2,000 for making a 6-second video. This is amazing.
Right.
Call my mom. I'm like, Mom, I made $2,000, whatever. And my friends come over. I'm bragging to him. And he goes, man, it sucks. You're going to have to give 30% to the government. And I said, what are you talking about? The government is my money. I made this money.
Thank you.
He goes, are you idiot? Like, oh, you have to pay taxes. I go, my mom pays taxes. I don't. That's like a parent thing, no?
Right.
And at 18 years old, I'm stunned that this is a thing. No one taught me in school. My parents didn't teach me. None of my friends knew. And I was floored that this was not a conversation. I think people are being more open with their finances now. So they're being, I'd hope, smarter about it.
Because people know. You see it on TikTok.
Well, I mean, the TikTok is, basically
people's teachers.
Yo, that's the most painful thing to ever have to endure.
Does it still sting you?
Especially when you, what? Hell yeah.
I'll always remember the first time when it finally hit 7 figures. I cried. I actually cried. I had actual tears.
No,
your tax return, you paid 7 figures in taxes?
Past three plus years.
Good for you.
It's
Past
no
3
joke.
plus years.
No, listen.
It's
come a long way from doing crack.
Painful.
I used to smoke crack.
It's
Akon.
so painful.
I really did for a long time.
It's more painful for you then.
way more painful, bro. Way more painful.
Yo, you know how many keys you can get with that?
Talk about reinvestment. Holy shit, bro.
What?
I could be going crazy in New Haven.
Can you imagine though, giving that much money away for absolutely doing nothing?
Yes.